2026 has not quite started out how you anticipated. Do not panic. Do not worry. I'm in the same boat. You are not alone. How about you grab a tea and let's have a chat? Come on. She's beauty, she is grace. She's climbing over a chair at the start of her video. Hello, I'm Sarah. Welcome. Oh, I'm very aware how somewhat ironic it is that the last video that's on this channel from me just doing a bit of a talking heads, it's all about motivation. 2025 was a very bad year. 2025, I think, was the worst year since records began. It was truly the hardest, one of the biggest challenges of my adult life within my current 40 years. Reasons why: lost my job in the middle of the year, found out that I'm going to have to move out of this flat and I've been in limbo for the last kind of 6 months, and broke my own heart. I fell for someone who didn't want me. It was really sad and really hard, and I've had to say goodbye to a very good friend. And I kind of did a lot of that to myself. All of that compacted to me just wanting to get to the end of 2025. It was the last few weeks of the year and I could smell Christmas and I was like, just let me get there. But also, I am the kind of person who loves planning for the year ahead. Most years, I buy a new journal, and over the Christmas, New Year, don't know what day it is period, I sit and get cozy and write all of my intentions for the new year. What my dream day looks like, what my goals for the next year ahead are going to be. It gets me really excited about the year to come. It gets me to kind of focus on the year to come. And this year I took a couple of extra days off of work in order to kind of kick off some of the creative projects that I knew in the back of my mind I wanted to start, like this YouTube channel. What ended up happening was that I got to post-Christmas and I got back to London after travelling around seeing my family, and I stopped and my body went, oh, you've stopped. Here, have the flu. And that sickness has stayed. My voice is still not right. We're now into January. I'm back at work. I didn't help myself by trying to ignore the fact that I was sick, and even though I had completely lost my voice because I went and played Dungeons and Dragons all day, I still went out on New Year's Eve and I tried to start making this video on New Year's Eve. The lighting is harsh, the dressing gown is ugly, and I have very little voice. It's 31st of December, 2025. I was so poorly. I shouldn't have been trying, really. I should have just been letting myself rest, but I went out. Is it wholly too much for a house party? Yes. Am I going to do it anyway because I've got to leave the house and I'm dressed? Yes. I saw in the new year with my friends at my favourite party of the year.
Should old acquaintance be forgot?
Sure. Never go. Hey! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And then I was wiped out for the start of January. January 1st was basically a mix of me being really poorly as well as being hungover. I just watched Stranger Things all day. It got to 7 p.m. I went and got a shower, put on a new pair of pyjamas, got back into my sofa nest and watched the finale of Stranger Things. But that was me wiped out pretty much until I went back to work last Wednesday. And all the extra days off that I took, rather than feeling really motivated to get on and do stuff, I was just sat hostage on the sofa. One, it kicks off the new year in a real bummer because I don't like being sick. I find it a real waste of time, and that is why I tend to ignore and pretend that I'm not sick a lot of the time, which is dumb. When I think about it, I hadn't had a proper rest since I went away in June. Yes, I had a month of last year where I was not working because I had been made redundant. But that month was one of the most stressful months. And I'm still in this limbo period because I'm just freelancing in what I do as a day job. The year is starting off still really muddy. I've struggled to get this camera out and get started, even though I know it's what I really want to do. And when I did have a couple of moments last week to focus and sit down with my new journal and actually sit and start to think about what I want to do this year, I came up with so many ideas of things I want to film and things I want to talk to you about. And it was exciting. And I started to get that motivated feeling back. Some of us hang so much hope on the turning of a new year, to turn a new leaf, to start again. New year, new me. The thing is, new year might have happened, but old me was still really poorly. It's not just the work stuff that it encompasses. I've still got Christmas snacks in the cupboard, and because I've felt poorly, I haven't really been eating particularly well or looking after myself particularly well. I haven't started on my new kind of exercise regime because I've needed loads of sleep, and so I've been tired when I've woken up. Rather than feeling that get up and go motivation to get up and work out before I go to work, I haven't exactly planned out how I'm going to do it yet, but basically, the new fitness regime hasn't kicked in. The new looking after myself regime hasn't kicked in. Getting my creative projects up and on the go has been a slow burn. And it's not how I wanted to attack the year. But my therapist said something that really has stayed in my brain, has kind of hit home. This is only the new year in the Gregorian calendar. There are God knows how many other calendars that celebrate New Year on a completely different day, a completely different month. Let's see, hang on. Outside of the Gregorian calendar, how many different New Years are there celebrated across the world?
Oh, there are definitely quite a few. It kind of depends how you count them, but a rough estimate would be that there are at least a dozen or more different New Year celebrations around the world that don't align with January 1st.
Great, thanks. I always try and be nice to ChatGPT. I know people say that you shouldn't because it's basically just using more energy to be polite, but what can I say? I'm British. There's at least a dozen different New Years to be able to take your pick from if you must hang all of your hopes on the turning of a new calendar. But ultimately, the point is there's never a perfect time to start any new routine, kick off any new career, start any new creative project. You just have to have the guts to go, I'm going to give this a go, and treat life as a bit of an experiment. If you treat life as an experiment, you'll never actually fail, because all you do when something starts to go kind of south is look at the situation and try and turn it around to see if there's a different way that you can tackle it. That is how I'm considering this year. We're going to treat it as an experiment, and we're going to give these things a punt, because what's the worst that can happen? Also, don't discount the tiny moves towards what you want to do as no movement. Any movement forward is great movement forward. If you just have another great idea for what you want to make on your YouTube channel, or have another thought of a line that you want to write into the sitcom that you want to get written, or make a doodle on a napkin of the shelving unit that you want to install in your dining room. I don't know, like whatever the thing is, even if it's the teeniest tiniest plan that ends up in notes in your phone. Take Oh Mary, the theatre show, as an example. I haven't got my wacky finger out on purpose. It's just appeared. Oh Mary was written by Cola Scola. They had that idea for that show sat in their notes app on their phone for a decade before they started writing it. It is now critically acclaimed on Broadway and in the West End. I went to see it at the start of this year as part of my filling my cup with amazing creative things. If you get the opportunity to go and see it, please go and see it. It's so deliciously silly and funny, and you don't need to know anything about American history in order to go and see it. It's so dumb and fun. Some ideas just need time to percolate. Some ideas need the right time for you to be able to sit down and give them the attention that they deserve. And so even if you're just making teeny tiny strides towards what it is you want to do, don't discount any of it. When it's meant to happen, I do truly believe that when you are inspired to write the thing, you'll write the thing. There is a certain amount of give yourself the best opportunity to be able to do these things. And planning is a massive thing that I find helpful, but this year I found overwhelming. In my next video, I want to show you exactly how I'm planning for my creativity going forwards. So if you think that will be helpful, please stick around to this channel. But for right now, I'm going to drink this tea. If you've got yours, or if you're nearly finished, because God knows how long this video is, just know if you have struggled to kick off this year in the way that you want, there's time. Just start now, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again very soon.